Videos.
Is it live?
Yes.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Shubha, and this is my daughter, Isabelle. And one thing that Isabelle and I like to do together is
cook.
We love to cook together, and that's kind of, a daddy-daughter thing that we do. And Izzy loves watching her daddy do Facebook Live videos, and she thought that she would like to start some Facebook Live videos herself. Right?
Yeah.
What videos do we like watching together?
Cooking.
Cooking videos, and which one in particular?
Tasty.
We love watching Tasty, and the one thing about Tasty that Daddy can't do is I can't set up the cameras like they do, right? And I can't do the editing like they do. So they do a great job. Hopefully one day we can do that, but for today, we're gonna do it like this, right?
Yeah.
So, what we're planning on doing every week is having you guys join us on maybe every other Sunday?
Yeah.
Every other Sunday while we cook dinner. And today, Izzy's picked the dinner that we're gonna cook. Everything we make is gonna be pretty simple, pretty easy, and family friendly. Because for those of you that know myself and know our children, they're pretty picky, right, when it comes to eating.
So what are we gonna be making?
Today, we're gonna be making, why don't you tell the crowd what we're gonna be making?
We're gonna be making shrimp fettuccine pasta with cream sauce.
Shrimp linguine with cream sauce.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's gonna be nice and easy. So why don't we start by kind of showing everybody the ingredients that we're gonna use.
Okay, so first we are gonna be using this garlic. We chopped up some, but we're gonna be showing you how to chop up it too.
So why don't I chop the garlic?
Yeah.
And the remainder of it. And what do we always do when we're cutting anything? We're always careful.
Curve our fingers so we don't cut them.
Yeah, curve our fingers so we don't cut them. Stay very careful, right?
Yep. Me and my brother never do the cutting. It's my dad or my mom.
What do you guys usually do when we're cooking?
We usually help you guys with the ingredients and help put them in and mix the stuff up together.
And how come you loved cooking, sweetie? Why'd you get into cooking?
Because it was fun to do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you never really liked eating when you were little. But you like making the food, right?
Yeah. It's fun to make the food.
What's your favorite food?
Like healthy food?
Any food.
Okay, my favorite food is lasagna, and my unhealthy food, I like ice cream.
Oh, lasagna and ice cream. Very good. Maybe one week we can make our special homemade lasagna for everyone. Right?
Yeah.
There we go. So we got the garlic all finely chopped up. What's next, sweetie?
Next, we have our parsley.
Yeah, and that's all chopped up, ready to go?
Yep.
Okay.
We already chopped it before we started. Next, we have our shrimp. What type of shrimp is it?
So that is black tiger shrimp, pretty medium in size. We've peeled it and we have deveined it. Do you know what deveining it means?
Like taking out the vein.
Taking out the veins.
We also have the cooking cream sauce, or whatever. Cooking cream, what's it called, Daddy?
That is cooking cream. That's it, sweetie.
Okay, so it's cooking cream.
35% milk fat.
We also have...
How do we stay so slim? That's pretty fat.
So we have this cheese called Parmigiano that we are going to be using to make the sauce. And we're going to be using the cooking cream to make the sauce too.
And then what are the last couple items, sweetie?
We have crushed chilies, which me and my brother are not going to eat. But if we want, we can eat it. My parents will eat it.
Okay.
We have this chicken broth.
Campbell's, if you're watching, maybe one of these days they can sponsor one of our videos. You don't know what that means.
And we have this...
That, sweetie, is Italian seasoning, okay? Daddy uses that to add some flavor to the sauce, okay?
And on the side, me and my brother are having the organic baby spinach. going to be having it inside of their pasta.
Yeah, we're gonna mix that in for us. My kids like having it on the side, so we're gonna have it separately on the side.
My brother will have this sauce on top of it. This Asian sesame sauce for
Delicious.
the salad. And we're gonna be having some cucumbers.
Okay, perfect. So we got some water boiling over there for the pasta, right? We got the pan warming up. So why don't we get started with seasoning the water? Because it's just about to boil. What do we add into the water when we cook pasta?
We add the...
Do you remember?
No.
Do you remember what we put into water before we put in the pasta?
No.
We put salt and
Oil.
oil. That's right.
So we're going to be using the extra...
We're not going to use the olive oil for seasoning the water, but why don't you grab me some salt while Mommy comes around here and joins us on this side. Okay, sweetie? Salt is in the stand-up pantry, sweetheart.
Oh.
So we will start by adding a little bit of oil to the water. Well, sweetheart, get some sauce. There's some salt, sorry. So we get some salt. You want to grab your chair, sweetie? And stand up beside me. So add a little bit of salt, season the water.
And we're going to be
and we got
using this oil. Daddy, what type of oil is this?
That's just regular vegetable oil, sweetie, and I've already put a little bit in. But you can add another little drop to help,
We're going to add 2 little drops.
There you go. And you're always careful, right? Around the stove and around especially boiling water, right?
Yeah, because you can get hurt.
So we didn't show everybody the linguine, but we buy these fresh linguine from Longo's, which we really enjoy. And let me put it in, sweetie, because the water is pretty hot, okay?
If you guys are wondering where my brother is, he's just downstairs in the basement watching a show.
What's he watching?
Polly Cars.
Polly Cars.
Or Polly the Rescue Car.
Polly the Rescue Cars.
So this is what the pasta looks like when it's boiling in the salt and vegetable oil.
Yep, and we grab our tongs. And what do we do?
Like, move it around and flip it around.
Yeah, well first we got to loosen it up, right? Because it's in bundles.
Yeah, because when we buy it in the packaging, it's like stuck together. Because it's in, like, it's cold in the cold area where the cheese is at Longo's. So we need to, like, when we put it inside the boiling water, we need to take it apart so we don't eat it, like, stuck together.
Exactly, sweetheart.
Because pasta doesn't usually be stuck together.
Exactly. So, we got the pasta cooking.
And we have our pan so we can cook the other ingredients.
Exactly, and the pan's warming up.
Yep.
And we like to make a little bit of a larger quantity so we have some to take for lunch the next day, right?
Yeah. I only take lunches on Tuesday and Thursdays because on Friday I have pizza at school and then my parents order food on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Very cool.
So I'm going to be taking this on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, what am I taking?
On Wednesday, well, we can look at the board. Well, Wednesday you have lunch at school.
What am I having on Thursday?
I think we're going to make you some taco pasta with our leftover tacos on Thursday.
Because we're making tacos.
All right, so we got the pasta cooking. That'll just take a few minutes really to cook because it's fresh linguine. So let's get started over here. Sweetheart, do you want to grab the garlic and the shrimp? And I'm going to grab the olive oil, okay? Thank you very much. So you stand on this side so you don't get splashed, okay?
Uncle Graham says make enough for me.
Uncle Graham, this is going to be nice and healthy for you. Say hi to Uncle Graham, sweetie.
Hi, Uncle Graham.
So we're going to start by throwing in some
Olive oil.
extra virgin olive oil, okay?
And then we're going to put in this garlic that you saw us chop up.
Yeah. Go ahead, sweetie. Let's drop it in with the shrimp, okay?
And next we're adding the shrimp, the black tiger shrimp.
shrimp cooks very quickly, right, sweetheart?
Yeah.
So while we're opening the shrimp, can you grab me, or sorry, while I'm cooking the shrimp, can you grab me the chicken broth, please? Because that's the next item that we're going to be adding in.
Oh no, it's overflowing.
That's okay. And can you get me the can opener, sweetie?
Mommy, can you show them it's overflowing, please? What did you say, Daddy?
Can you get me the can opener for the chicken broth? That's okay, I got it here, sweetie.
It's bubbling.
That happens sometimes when you're cooking.
Yep.
We got the shrimp cooking over here with the garlic. Smells great. They haven't invented smell-o-vision yet, but let me tell you guys, this smells amazing. And we don't want the shrimp to get too cooked, so we're gonna start making the sauce. And we start by adding some of this chicken broth. Okay, and we're gonna finish the shrimp off in the sauce.
So as you see, the pasta is bubbling. After we finish cooking, we always, Mom and me usually clean the oven top so it's not dirty, so next time we cook, and it might get stained. That's why we have to clean it.
So now we're gonna go ahead and add this cream, sweetheart.
Yep.
And start making this very rich,
Sauce.
velvety
Color.
cream sauce. Okay. So we got the cream in there. Can you grab me that spoon, sweetheart?
This is
So we got the cream, we got the chicken broth, and we got the shrimp and the garlic. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring this up to a boil.
Yep.
Okay? And then we're gonna lower the heat and let that simmer, okay? And our pasta's almost cooked over here. I would probably say that pasta's ready to come off. So I'm gonna grab an oven mitt here.
Right here.
And I'm gonna pull this pasta off.
And we just put it in the strainer at the sink, so the water comes out and the linguine stays in. And we put it in the sink, so the water just goes down the drain.
Turn that stove off.
So
Bring this one to a boil. So, sweetie, what do we do while we're cooking? We like to talk about stuff, right?
yeah.
Come over here. What do we want to talk about today while we're cooking? Well, this takes some time. We can talk about school. We can talk about current events. We can talk about what's happening. You want to talk about current events? Careful, that's very hot. Okay? Come over to this side, sweetie, where it's less hot. Come closer.
What's current events?
Current events are things that are happening. Oh, you know what happened yesterday?
The march?
There was a march yesterday. March for Lives, they called it, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what it was about?
No.
So, March for Lives was a group of children that were just a little bit older than you. They were like teenagers, high school age students. And they were protesting violence that's been happening lately in schools, right? So, personally, what I think is regardless of what your political beliefs are or what your beliefs are on this specific topic, I think it was great to see that our youth today are actually, standing up for what they believe in, right?
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Oh,
So I think,
guys.
great job to all those youth yesterday that participated, all those around the world. And, keep on fighting what you believe for.
Oh, and guys, happy Easter.
Easter's
which
coming
is
soon.
up.
So now we got the cream sauce just starting to boil. So we've lowered the temperature on that, sweetheart. And we're gonna let this simmer for a little bit while it reduces, gets nice and thick and rich and velvety and smooth, okay?
Okay.
It's important to tell everyone that we're not really professional cooks, are we?
Yeah.
We're just a daddy and a daughter that love to cook together, right?
And my brother likes cooking, but today he's not going to cook. Maybe some videos he'll come and cook with us.
He usually comes and
Just watches or just helps
or-
a little bit.
yeah. So let's put these over in the sink so
You can
that
do
that's
that.
all tidied up.
Yeah.
Put this in the sink. We're done with those.
We'll throw this in the garbage. While he's cooking that, I'm just going to throw this in the garbage and go check on my brother because he's all by himself.
He's okay, sweetheart. And we should thank Mommy for being so nice to videotape for us today, right? Because you wanted to do this video. Come back over to this side, okay?
Maybe later.
So let's start adding some of the other stuff that we need, okay?
Maybe later Mommy can go down and show you guys my brother watching TV.
Maybe. So what are we adding now, sweetie?
The Parmigiano, which we got at Longo's too.
So let's add
Everything we
some
got
Parmesan
from
in there.
Longo's, right? Everything we got from Longo's.
Yeah?
Auntie Garma says, ooh, looks yummy. What time should we be there?
Auntie Garmin, you're welcome anytime you'd like, right?
Yeah.
She says, Izzy is adorable and natural.
But if Auntie Garmin comes, she needs to bring a couple helpers with her. And Auntie Garmin has the best little helpers. Caitlin and Lauren. So one of the things that we do sometimes when we're cooking this shrimp dish is that we'll take the shrimp out after we cook it in the beginning, just so that it doesn't get overcooked while we're making the sauce. Today, for the purpose of the video, and since this is our first video, we didn't want to take too many chances on getting overcomplicated, so we just kind of, did it all at once. But I'm sure that we won't probably overcook it, because I just said lightly begun frying.
If he does overcook it, we do have the bowl here, so he can just.
We can always take it out. Exactly. So, sweetie, I just added in some Italian seasoning. Okay.
Yep.
So that's going to add a nice flavor to it as well. And we're slowly going to let that simmer away. What else do we want to talk about today, sweetie? Why don't you say thank you to Auntie Garmin for that wonderful feast yesterday?
Thank you for the feast yesterday for Popo's birthday.
All right, sweetie. What's that we're going to add next?
We're adding the parsley now.
Fresh parsley. Do you want to go ahead and add it?
Okay.
Perfect.
There's
Perfect.
still more in the bowl.
That's okay, sweetie. That's good. So we got the fresh parsley in there. That's looking good already, right?
Yep, and the stove is getting very hot.
Yeah, be careful of the stove, okay? That looks delicious. It's actually Nikki's favorite pasta, right?
Yeah. So while my dad's cooking it, maybe my mom can come and...
No, I need you guys to stay up here, sweetie, okay?
Okay.
Can't go anywhere else right now while we're cooking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the pasta into this pot. You don't have to film that, baby.
Oh my god, what's wrong with Nikki?
Go check on Nikki.
Yes, Nikki, we're taking a video. Wanna come and be in the video? Auntie Garmin says hi. Wanna be in the video?
One of the things that we really enjoy about cooking, Izzy and I, is that it calms us, right, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Something that keeps us busy, keeps us nice and calm, right? Because the days get stressful, sometimes life gets stressful.
And if you guys are wondering why my brother is screaming, the show paused and asked if we wanted to continue watching or exit.
Oh.
So I had to go turn it.
You took care of that for him?
Yeah.
So, sweetie, this sauce is pretty much done, because what we're going to do actually, and what we usually do, is we finish it with the pasta.
Yeah.
So we add it into the pasta, then we start coating the pasta, and then we start letting it, all mix together, and then thicken together with the starch from the pasta, right? So I'm going to go ahead and add it, and then I'll bring it over. Okay, you want to bring it over? Okay, put that up there. So I'm going to go ahead and add this sauce in. Careful, Mommy. Don't want to splash any of that sauce on you. Beautiful. Looks delicious. Looks
So
very
we're just
good.
going to let
So
the
I'm going to move that.
pasta
I'm going to bring this. I'm going to turn off that stove. I'm going to get my tongs. And I'm going to just begin tossing this pasta. Looks beautiful. Get your stool, sweetie. Have a look at this pasta that you love so much.
It looks delicious.
Doesn't it look good?
Yeah.
Donna, how's it look?
Looks yummy.
No, Mommy doesn't want to come in, sweetie. Mommy likes to be behind the scenes. So what we usually do is we finish it off with some freshly cracked black pepper, right? Not too much, because I know you and Nikki don't like it too spicy. But we like to add a little bit for flavor.
Toss it again.
And then we just keep on tossing it until that sauce becomes nice and thick and rich.
Where's the other tongs? Mommy, where are the other tongs?
And sweetie, why don't we do this? Why don't we, because we're pretty much finished up here. So just before we end the video for this week,
Yeah.
why don't we scoop a little bit on a plate so everybody can see what the finished product is. And then we can welcome them next week. Okay, so let's scoop a little bit there. We'll add a couple of these wonderful shrimp. They're beautiful. And that is the finished product. So we have shrimp linguine with cream sauce. And Izzy wants to try it before we go. It's hot, sweetie, careful. Okay. And for all the grown-ups, we'll add some fresh spinach into there right now. And it's even better for us because it's even healthier. How is it?
Good.
Perfect. Thanks so much, everyone, for letting Izzy do a video with us of things that we love to do, which is cooking. She really wants to make this a regular thing, so we hope that you guys will join us. We're going to try to do this every other Sunday, and hope to see you in a couple weeks. Bye, everybody. Say bye, sweetheart.
Bye.